Share. Drop those questions down in the box. Let's go.
I'm gonna sit in black, gonna drown in mine.
Share. Put your friends on this call this morning. Let's go.
Here I come.
Great morning. Great morning.
I'm scared.
Share.
I'm
Share.
This is me.
Let's go. Let's go. Share. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's my skin. I'll fire away. Just today. Don't let the streets see it. We are going to prove them again. The morning she wants to say, that's what we feel. Won't let them break me down. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are going
Let's go. Yes. 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 Yes.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am bruised, I'm meant to be. This is me. Here I come. And I'm watching us to be that drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown mine. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. This is me.
Woo. Woo. Happy Wednesday to everybody that is tuned in today. And man, I know I'll be having to catch my breath after that because I'll be so energized. I'll be so motivated, so inspired. After every time, like I listen to that song every morning. And when I hear that song, I feel amazing every freaking time that it's played. And right now, today is Wednesday. Today is Wisdom Wednesday. And for those of you who tapped in this morning, you guys got a lot of wisdom. You were able to get some knowledge from Jim Rohn, understand some things about life that you probably didn't understand, or some things that you knew but didn't understand. Because a lot of times we know a lot of things, but we don't understand it, or we don't have the definition of it. But the way that this guy was breaking that stuff down this morning, it wasn't planned that I did that this morning. My spirit told me to turn my phone on and put on some personal development, because we talk about personal development, but a lot of times we say things and it goes over people's head. So because I understand that, I said, let me put the personal development on. And one of the things that he was speaking on was talking about adding value. So what I did this morning was I added a lot of value to people who didn't understand what personal development is. I added a lot of value to a person that was probably just wandering early in the morning. Because in the mornings, our minds are wandering. We are trying to figure out some things. We're trying to do something and we don't understand what it is. And then we could find ourselves, here we go, watch this. We could find ourselves in the wrong place starting off our day. We could find ourselves on a blog, looking at somebody else's life. We could find ourselves watching the bull crap that's on the internet, getting ourselves distracted. We can find ourselves in the wrong area. And see, today's topic, and I want y'all to pay attention to this. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Please, 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 please listen to this. Success ain't attractive. Success ain't attractive. And I got that whole title when I was watching the personal development this morning. That's good. I'm proud of you, Alicia. I'm proud of you. I don't follow them either at all. I swear to God, I don't. I got that topic this morning while watching Jim Rohn. And I'm looking at him, this man filled with so much knowledge, filled with so much wisdom, filled with so much intellect, filled with so much of everything that we need to grow. And let me tell you how I got it. I got it because I saw people jumping in on the live and then some were leaving. Some jumped in on the live, then some were leaving. Watch this. And what I noticed was, and I said this over and over again to so many different individuals as I've been speaking and I've been doing this show, because I remember myself when it was time for me to listen to personal development the first time that I was offered to do so. I turned that thing on. I started listening. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I felt when I first heard personal development. I said, what the fuck is this? Why is he talking like this? Why do I want to listen to this old man? Why do I want to sit here and listen to this intellectual class where he's talking to these people? And I didn't listen to it about 5 years ago. I started listening to personal development probably like around about 3 years ago. And when I started listening to it, I started opening myself up for more and for new and for what was to come for me. But watch this. For the people that jumped on this morning, while the old man was speaking, the video was, he had the old hairdo. And here's the thing, because our subconscious minds are always looking for this attractive person or this beautiful background or this beautiful sound or this amazing camera or this amazing color, people left. I sat and I watched the numbers go up and I watched it go down. I watched the numbers go up and I watched the numbers go down. And you know what that only told me? That they weren't ready for it. They weren't ready to hear the truth. Their mindsets were not capable of receiving what was being given at the time. See, listen, let me tell you something. One thing that I learned is that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. We're going to hear so much stuff, personal development. We're going to hear so much stuff about we need to change within ourselves. We're going to hear so much stuff about a lot of things, but none of those things are going to be fixed and adjusted until we are ready to receive those things. See, because when I started listening to my personal development, I was ready to receive it because I had done did all of this. I did all of that. But everybody's saying that Think and Grow Rich was their book that helped them to go to their next level. And see, here's the thing. If you listen this morning, he said, in order to become successful, you have to start reading. See, that was before we had audiobooks back then. Now you can start feeding your mind with the audiobook. So now because I didn't like to read, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never liked it to read, even from when I was in school. But see, I had this disability to where I didn't have to read, that I was able to learn by watching and listening and watching and listening and putting it all together, that I was an A student. I was in all academic excellent classes. I graduated a year early from high school. And I was able to do all of this without reading. My daddy used to always make a joke and say, boy, I don't know how the hell you finished school. You never went to school and you never had a book bag. You never had a book bag when you went to school. And the truth of the matter is that I recorded it all with my brain and I learned from paying attention. And I still do it now, but I want to do it a little bit more on another kind of basis, to where I take in audiobooks and I learn to read. And everything that we need is hidden inside of a book. That man said, watch this. He said, there's books that teach people how to become successful. There are books that teach people how to be motivational speakers. They teach people how to earn the money that we're earning. And guess what? He said people won't read the books. They won't read the books. And I just said, wow, how can I convert this Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesdays for everybody to give wisdom, knowledge? See, it's not always about, us coming and laughing and crying and speaking. It's about sharing the wisdom to so many people, guys, because once you start to learn this stuff and you open yourself up, see, it's not going to come with you looking for the attraction. That's why I didn't put on a hat. That's why I didn't shave. Because there are going to be some people that are going to come and judge me as soon as they see me, and then they're going to leave because they're looking for the attraction instead of getting the knowledge. And see, that's what we have to do. We have to learn to stop judging people. We got to stop learning, because we do it. We do it. We were born doing it. We look at a person and say, oh, he's fat, I don't want to hang out with him. Oh, she's skinny, I don't like her. Or, oh, you know what? She's a redhead. Oh, no, she's a blonde. We judge people, and we don't know the way that we are stopping ourselves. And you know how I learned this? I learned this in jail. I learned that in jail. Because the old man with the glasses, nobody wanted to be around. But the truth of the matter was, when I got to learn who the old man with the glasses was, the old man with the glasses was the one who had all of the knowledge. That wasn't there because he was on drugs. He wasn't there because, he did something very, very super bad. He was there because he had made so much money. And see, people will jump over and miss what they're supposed to get because they're judging others. We got to stop judging other people. We have to. We got to learn and see what the person has to bring for you, because everybody comes into your life for a season or a reason or a blessing. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Nothing comes into your life for bad unless you feel that way, unless you speak that is bad. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. Nothing just happens to you. It happens for you. Remember, I told y'all, everything that we attain here on this show, and that's why we do Testimony Tuesdays, is for the simple fact that what you're going through, somebody else may be trying to figure out how to get through it. Listen to all of the stories that went yesterday. Jack Fallon even came on and liked the story yesterday. We had a young lady that lost her mother and her father at the same time by the father killing the mother, shooting her 8 times, then turning the gun and shooting himself. Some of us will never know what that feels like. We never thought that we would experience something like that. But being that we have Testimony Tuesdays and we're teaching people to open up, share. Why do you think I yell share so much? Share the stories, share my page so that you can help somebody else. A young lady didn't come on here and look like what she'd been through. She lost so much weight. She told us her story, how she lost so much weight, how she was taking Percocets, how she was doing all kinds of drugs, drinking alcohol, but found her way with TLC. It took TLC to get in her life, for her to want to look at her lady parts. Imagine how many other women out there are praying to themselves and saying, Jesus, God, I just wish I could see my lady parts. I really wish that I could see my lady parts. So this is what I want everybody to understand. We have to add value and we have to stop judging people. We have to stop judging people because we don't know the blessings that they're about to bring. We don't know the journey that you're about to get ready to go on with somebody. How many people honestly will be honest and say that they judged somebody and never got to know the person? I start with myself. I did it before, but I don't do it now. I don't judge people. I don't know, what a person has. You don't know what they have. Sometimes I go out on purpose. No haircut, just some raggedy shoes, Nike shorts, regular t-shirt, may got some stains on it. Yesterday I went out with a t-shirt with stains on it. No jewelry. Sometimes I want to see who's going to judge me. We got to stop and we got to get the message that's beyond the person because somebody's coming to bring you something. Trust me. Nothing is a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. This show is not a coincidence. Us all meeting and being here with each other is not a coincidence. It was supposed to happen this way. Everybody that has came into my life, it was meant for you to come into my life. It was meant for me to come into your life. Seriously, we got somebody that wants to go live. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this person on and just listen. Let's just listen and see what we can learn because we never know what the person is going to bring. Thank you, Marquita. I love you too. Yes. So maybe his phone is doing something because it's taking a long time. Let me go ahead and open up for the questions. How has your personal travel journey changed your mindset as of late? Anything you want to share? How has your personal travel journey changed your mindset as of late? Anything you want to share? I need to know if you can go live and ask me that question, because I can interpret that question a lot of different ways. So if you don't mind hopping on live and asking me that same question, because I need to hear you ask me that question in order to respond to it. Because it says, how has your personal travel journey changed your mindset as of late? Anything you want to share? Can you send me a live request to ask me that question, please, if you don't mind? And then I will respond and answer it. The next question. Have a small business that wants to partner with me. What's the best way to do this? TLC products for for her small business. What should W? That's all I can see because it's a lot. So it says, I have a small business that wants to partner with me. What's the best way to do this? TLC products. Okay. So if you have a small business that wants to partner with you, just keep in mind that everything that is big was once small. So everything starts off small. Depending on all of the knowledge that you've learned and attained from being on lives, being, how can I say this, on training calls, everything that you have been learning, it's important that you teach this small business. You must teach this small business that there are two things going on with Total Life Changes. The first thing that is going on with Total Life Changes is retail. That small business probably wouldn't have a problem with doing retail because they're a business. Every business sells something. Going to your next level, going to be super successful, going to make a lot of money, you must deal with transactions. So whatever the transactions are, this is how you will maintain your money, okay? The next thing that this small business needs to know and understand is, the next thing that your business needs to know and understand is that we have a team building system. And I want to break this down for everybody that is on this call. Can I say this, please? And y'all just don't get offended. Retail is amazing. But thinking that you are going to make $1 million with this company just by doing retail will never happen. It will never happen. You have to build a team. This is where your real money is going to start hitting home. Now, can you go and make $1 million one time with all of your total sales? Absolutely, you probably can. But I can guarantee you that if you build a team while doing your retail, this is what's going to take you to your next level. I once heard a man say, I'd rather get 1 million people doing the little things than get 1 million people doing the big things. Because when they do the big things, then they get tired. But the little people are going to continue to keep growing and growing and growing. And a lot of people are going to keep continuing to fight. So I would rather get 1,000 people. Watch this. I would rather get 1,000 people on a 120 smart ship in my business with Total Life Changes than to get 1,000 retailers to go out every day and retail and then get tired. Because they're going to get tired. That's the whole reason that Mr. Fallon has put this thing in place. He said that he wants you to understand that you have the opportunity to make cash on hand, which means that you can go out and make $500 a day with retailing these amazing products, right? But he also wants you to earn the big money. He wants you to put other people in position. He wants you to put other people in position to do the same exact thing because he understands the whole circumference that you may get tired one day, that you may get old one day, but because of what you built and you put so many people in position that saw the same view, then now you can wake up in your home and say, I don't feel like doing Total Life Changes today. I don't feel like clocking in right now. I don't feel like doing any of this right now. And now you're collecting a check for 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 to $100,000 a week. all results are not typical. The reason that we say all results are not typical because we don't know who's going to put in the work. See, a lot of times, a lot of us, we just want to chat, but don't want to put in the work. And then a lot of us don't have the belief. Guys, I'll say this, and I'm going to say it. This business is psychological, numerical, and duplicatable. Please research those 3 words. This business is psychological, numerical, and duplicatable. You are a boss. When you enroll 2 or more people inside of your organization, you are a boss. If you don't represent yourself as a boss, your business will fold. Your business will fold. Your business will take a dash. You will find yourself squirming, looking and searching and trying to figure out why you're not making the money. That's why it's very, very important that you understand what is happening. You have to take control of your business. You have to take control of your business. You have to take control and say, this is what I'm waking up and I'm going to earn today. This is how many people I am actually going to enroll into my business. This is the incentive that I am giving my team so therefore that they can want to put on their boots and start running. Remember, if you start to blend in with your team and you starting to look like them, nothing will happen. They have to see you as the boss. And then, watch this. This is the magic. When they begin to see you as a boss and you've given them a great blueprint, then guess what happens? They will now turn it into a duplication. Now you can pat them on the back and say, listen, job well done. You did an amazing job. You did an amazing job. I don't need to coach you no more. You got it. Now you need to turn 10 people into what you've become. Simple. That's what this business is. And until people understand that, you will always be squirming. You will always be searching. You will always be looking and trying to figure out why you never went national. I had a talk with one of my team members on yesterday. I told her, I say, you know what? It's so imperative that I break the silence to my team. And I tell them, but not right now, why it took me so long to go global. You know why? Because there were some things that I wasn't prepared for. There were some things that I had to learn. And see, that's when you know, when you get to that part, see, it's like this. There is a key, right? That key is not going to turn until you are ready to open the door. You got the key. After you hit regional, you got the key. After you hit national, you got the key. But that key ain't gonna turn to go global until you are prepared. All right. So let's go ahead and jump down to our questions right here. Eleni, great morning, Eleni. I'm building my legs and adding life changers under my legs so they become binary. Is that okay? Eleni, let me just say this. I love your energy. I love your momentum. I love your fight. I love everything that you've been doing. But there's 2 things I want you to keep in mind. One, you need to keep in mind a daily goal. You hit that daily goal of that quota of all of your retail so you can see some cash inside of your pockets every day. The next thing that you want to do is you want to build people inside of your organization like no tomorrow, 5 people a day. If you can pass this same routine down to your team members and they duplicate the same exact thing, that's all you need to do to win. Because what happens is the psychological part is we tell you to earn at least $200 a day, but there's going to be a beast that's going to say, I'm not stopping at no damn $200. I'm making $1,000. There's going to be a beast that's going to say, you know what? I'm not stopping at 5 people. I'm enrolling 20 people. We're just giving you the least. The least. We want you to test the waters. We want you to drink a little bit to see if it tastes good. We want you to just do a little bit. But we're not stopping to tell you that you can't set yourself on fire. What are you waiting for? You already know what the objective is. You already know how much money you're going to make when you get 5,000 points on your left and 5,000 points on your right. What are you waiting for? You already know what's going to happen when you get 10,000 points on your left and 10,000 points on your right. Why are you slowing down? What are you waiting for? Why are you jumping out of the wheel? Trying to do everything else that the leaders are not doing, trying to create your own path. See, that's what's happening. A lot of us are saying that we're coachable, and this is the craziest thing because I know it. I know it. I was here. I was here before. I was in the same situation where you guys were. I was a director too. I was a rising star too. I was an executive. I used to try to create all my little corners to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this shit this way. They got me fucked up. I'm about to do it this way. And guess what I used to do? Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Soon as I started listening and paying attention to what the leaders were saying to do, that I felt like I didn't want to do, which means that I became coachable, is when everything started to happen for me. When I became consistent with doing my own call every day, people started joining the business. When I stayed consistent about, doing my sales at the time, things started to happen. When I stayed consistent with going live, posting on my page, doing the little small things, things started to happen. When I did my list and I did my launch calls, things started to happen. That's it. It's nothing else to this business, guys. It's simple, but we make it hard. All you have to do is do your retail. Listen, do you understand what's happening while we're telling you to do the retail? Because if you step out there on faith, you invest into a lot of products, you go out there and you start meeting at least enough people to sell $200 worth of products a day to, guess what happened? Some of those people that you sold products to are now going to become your distributors. It's well organized. It's already put together. But what happens is you guys are not getting it. Why would you slow down from building your business if you know? See. Watch this. Where you are in your business is where your belief is. And that's not just in TLC. Where you are in your life shows where your belief is. Where you are in your life shows what you believe that you deserve. Because if you didn't, you would do something about it. If you don't deserve to be a director no more, why you ain't do nothing about it? If you don't deserve to not be a rising star no more, why you ain't do nothing about it? If you don't deserve to be an executive, why you ain't do nothing about it yet? See, once you get to, this is what you don't know, and I'll break it down for you. Once you get to national, always a lot of things you got to do about it. You got to do a lot of things to do about it because now you're about to go to your next level. When you go from national to global, you are now opening up the floodgates to where you are now a millionaire. So do you think it's just going to be easy to cross that river? Do you think it's going to be easy to swim across that sea like that? Do you think that success is easy? Do you think it's just going to be given to you? So Elaney, here's my mission for you. I want you to begin to run, and don't wait for nobody. Don't wait for nobody. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Don't wait for nobody. Show if you are an executive, if you put it like this, if you're on my team, here's an invitation. Here's an invitation to my team. If you are on my team and you're here right now and you are not an executive, go executive by Thursday so therefore I can bring you to this meeting with Boss Lady, and I can bring you to this meeting with Claudiane, and I can bring you to this meeting with myself that we are about to have in this mansion. In this penthouse. Come to this meeting so you can sit around the rich and the famous, so I can be proud to have you as a guest. I've already invited 4 people already. They're already invited. Yeah, a private meeting. See, we do things for a reason. And when you start to get a taste of what it took for you to get to that point, and you keep it going, you're going to find the success. Keep going, Elaney. Let's see who's been waiting a long time, 16 minutes. Just want to thank you for being the amazing person that you are. Just don't know how you impacted. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. And that's why I say that nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence, because I would have never impacted you 2 years ago. But because I stayed consistent and I believed, it's all happening. It is all happening. And I just want to say that if you believe, it will happen for you too, but you can't quit. You can't quit. You can't stop. You can't quit. You can't give up, and you can't think negative. You can't be around negative people. All of those things I had to fix. I was around negative people. I was around negative thoughts. I was around negative vibes, negative energy, all of that. Until you realize that you must first change, everything will stay the same. And Jim Rohn said that, and I've been speaking it, and I don't even know how powerful what I've been saying was speaking, or what I was speaking was. Yeah, whatever. I had to give myself a shot to that one. Hold on. Wisdom Wednesday, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the lives in a second. You previously talked about having quality people in your business. How do you detect quality individuals? You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you? See, remember, this is why I repeat stuff over and over, because that's all we do here in this business. We repeat the same things over and over, and people haven't caught on to that part yet. And when you start catching on to it, you be like, wait a minute, this is the same shit. Are you serious? Oh my God. They saying the same thing over and over and over. Watch this. A quality person is somebody that is going to get to work without calling you so much. A quality person is going to have some type of influence. It's not going to be nothing for them to, they're going to call you. They're going to say, hey, I have a huge audience, or I know a lot of very people with, elite people. I know very this, I know that. And a quality person is not just them having influence. A quality person is somebody that is going to listen and be coachable. They're going to set themselves on fire. You see Boss Lady's story? She didn't even know the plan. All she was doing was signing people up. She didn't know. All she knew was that she was supposed to sign people up, and that she didn't know nothing about the products. All she knew that it was a tea, to help you lose the weight. That's it. Then after she began to drink the tea, she began to get her own story. So when you're just, you have the person that comes in and then they're the adult child. On the outside, they're the adult, but in the mental, they're the child. You didn't help me do this. You didn't help me do that. Oh, why you do that for me? Oh, you don't like me. Oh my God. Yummy. That's not the quality person. Self-starter, go-getter, motivated, inspired, can do their own research, gonna call you limit times. You're gonna tell them something to do, they're gonna go make it happen, say it's done. All you gotta do is listen, it's psychological. How many people have you asked for the 100 name list? How many people did you get the list back from? How many people did you get the list back from? You got to understand, guys. Listen, we came here, meaning TLC, not to be famous, but to be successful. We came here to get the information that Stormy got, that she learned, that took her from being a freaking stripper, 3 different baby daddies, to all of the millions that she's earned. That's why we came. That's what attracted us. That's what we look at. That's what we say we want. We want that lifestyle. But see, the thing is that God is not going to give us that lifestyle or give us that money until we put in A, the work, and then B, change our mindset. Remember, I spoke on this plenty of times previously. I said that, and Jim Rohn said it again this morning. Everything was a confirmation from things that I've been speaking, and I never, ever in my life, guys, I never listened to Jim Rohn until today. Today was my first day. I never read any of his books. I heard about him. I experienced him today, myself. And everything that I have been saying out of my mouth, not listening to him, was actually spoken out of his mouth today as confirmation. So what I'm telling y'all is this. The universe ain't gonna let you go to that next level. The universe wasn't gonna let me go to that next level as being a global, because there were some things that I had to deal with. Money, spending, habits. You can't be a millionaire and be super successful thinking that you're gonna be spending. This money gonna start coming so fast to you. If you're not prepared for it, you're gonna start doing the wrong things. You're gonna start doing the wrong things. So you gotta be prepared for it. Preparation. That's what's going on right now. Preparation. I'm prepping for global. So therefore I can keep it like I do all of my ranks. Every rank that I've hit, I never lost it. Never lost it. Always maintain my rank. So I know God has me here to say, Reggie, listen, enjoy this rank. Learn this rank so you can teach people about what happens when they get to this rank. Because I'm definitely learning it. And I know there's going to be other leaders that are going to come on my team to where I have to teach them what's going to happen when you get national. When some of my regionals go national, I'm going to have to teach them this. I'm going to have to have this conversation with Trina. I'm going to have this conversation with Tiffany. I'm going to have this conversation with Kendall. I'm going to have this conversation with Healing Hands. I'm going to have this conversation with all of my regionals. So therefore that they understand what is the plot twist that's going to take place if you're not prepared. And see, I wasn't prepared. I was just running. But you know what happens when you run and you're not prepared? You fall. Your shoelaces be untied. But then guess what? You get back up. And that's what I did. I got back up. Absolutely. So now let me answer some more questions. We love you, Reggie. How far would you personally go without a team? Nowhere. I don't even got to even elaborate on that. I just sent somebody a message about that this morning. We can all go far without a team, but to go to our highest potential of where we could truly go, everybody needs a team. Everybody needs a team. There's nobody that is super successful without a team. Oprah got a team. Stormy got a team. Puffy got a team. Everybody got a team. Everybody got a team. If you ain't got no team, you right there. You struggling a little bit in your mind. You struggling in your body. You struggling in your process. You're struggling. You're struggling. This is a very, very, very important meeting I got to take place.